Okay, you guys, I'm gonna tell you why banking with Bank of America for a small business checking account is like dating a guy from Bumble. So let's start off with the beginning phase of our relationship. So Bank of America, let's call him Bob. So when I first started dating Bob, like things were great. You know, he seemed really great on paper, just like he did on his dating profile. It said that there was not going to be a monthly fee so long as I had met the requirements, aka spent $250 a month, which is so easy, or had a minimum balance of around $3,000 a day or $5,000 on average a month. Sounds like a good idea. So, you know, Bob and I went on a couple dates. Like, you know, we sent out the application. It took a while to get approved. I would say about 2 weeks. So we went on like, you know, 3-4 dates and things are good. I mean, the first date was fine. Like the application got approved very fast within the same day. And then after the first week, you know, Bob sent me a thing in the mail basically for my debit card and some other items to have it filled out. And all Bob required from me was basically telling him what my EIN number was for my business and also where my business was registered and founded in and where it was going to be operated. So overall, the entire experience and process was super seamless, and I thought me and Bob were going to be happily married forever. And then on the second month, which is what happens whenever you date a guy on Bumble, this is like when you start approaching date number 5 and above, where you start deciding and defining what the relationship is. Well, Bob, like every other guy on Bumble, ghosted me, and I never was able to get into my checking account, which was bad because that means I couldn't meet the minimum requirements. So then Bob decides to ghost me. I can't get into my account, and whenever I decide to reset my password, aka hit a Bob in other communication channels, Bob totally ignored me and said that our relationship, aka my checking account, never existed. And I was like, that's sketchy, that's weird. We did not already have history, what's going on? So basically around this time, that's when the Roni started going on, and that was a really essential time for me and Bob to have this situation go on because I really needed this account active in order for me to file my SBA loan. But unfortunately, I couldn't do that because I couldn't get into my checking account. So Bob really screwed me over on that. Anyways, so finally I decide I'm going to call Bob. So I called Bob, and Bob puts me on hold for about 3 hours. I know, who's gonna wanna be on the phone for 3 hours? So I decide to hang up, and I'm about to give up on this entire process when Bank of America basically mails me a bunch of paperless documents. So Bank of America decides to mail me documents, and I'm like, why are you mailing me documents when I decided to go paperless? I mean, it's like we're trying to save the world and there's a thing called global warming. Hello? Have you not heard of Greta? Anyways, so I was furious because I was like, why is Bob sending me paper documents when 1, I told Bob that we were going to be paperless, 2, Bob canceled my checking account, and 3, now Bob is telling me that not only is my checking account still open, but that Bob is starting to fine me for not meeting the monthly requirements. So I give Bob a call again, and this time I decide to actually stay on hold for over 2 hours. Finally, Bob's friend Preston over in New Mexico answers the phone, and at first Preston was really nice. Like, Preston was hearing out my story and was able to give me access back into my account. But then Preston totally flipped a 180 on me and started going off on me and saying that Bob and Bank of America was not responsible for what happened and that they were not going to take any accountability or waive the fees that I had accrued during this time because it was my responsibility to have not done this to my account. And so basically, if I was to sum this entire experience up, I would say Bob is another F-boy just like Marcus over at Goldman Sachs, and you guys should definitely avoid banking with Bank of America. If you guys have any examples of better banks that I can start dating that aren't gonna be like people on Bumble, then definitely comment below what type of bank you're using. I'm thinking Chase is really attractive, but I also don't know. Like, he looks like he's someone on Hinge, but let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, my coins.